what's going on, everybody? And thanks for joining us again. We're live, and we have a truly fun episode in store for you. Not only are we packed full of luck, at least I am. We're going to see at the end of the show if the rest of the folks in today's studio also are feeling as lucky. Got a little pinch of the Irish. But on the docket for today, we're going to do one little quick update. But then we're getting right into what I think might be one of the more fun reports and segments we've had in a while. The main man, Afroman, is suing the Ohio. Well, actually, no, that's the inverse. This is a notorious lawsuit because the Ohio police have conspired together to sue Afroman, and we're going to be going through this case because it's better than daytime TV. Like, it is unbelievably incredible. Then we're going to get right into how the future generations, we're putting it all in their hands. You know, I've got this video that at this point is haunting me. It's been a couple weeks and it just TikTok, it just keeps going. And now it's gotten to the boomer side of things where they're offended. But I made the comment that like the younger generation is going to do significantly better because they'll have us, millennials, and workable generations ahead of them just as an opportunity to see change that we don't with the boomers. That being said, we're going down the rabbit. It's going to be shallow because there really isn't much to it. But we're going down the rabbit hole of brain rot and this future generation where all of the reliance is on them, but is hope equally matching that? I really don't know. And then we're going to conclude it with this episode with a great segment that I've put together that's going to be a lot of fun. The game's called Lucky or Unlucky, and you're just going to have to hang around to see why it's worth your time. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Just one little update before we dive right into the meat of today's episode. If you'll recall from last week, we had one of our lost correspondents and old producer, Brian, in the studio because his keeper or boss, we really can't get to the bottom of that, Gerald, the lead royal of the dolphin universe, I guess, whatever we want to call it. It's a whole other world. They let Brian out to do some propaganda and saving some face for the dolphin community. And, you know, our prisoner correspondent, Brian, is vehement. He's going to live in the ocean forever. But in lieu of that, Brian was able to, and his parting ways, give us a little insight on how we had Ricky Stanicki, or whatever his name was, who got caught. If you don't recall, the story is this man just washed up on the shore in Sarasota or somewhere in Florida, and he was all sunburnt, and he said that he was captured by dolphins. Well, we've got the in here at the Rethink Tank, and Brian was able to actually get us the footage of Ricky getting kidnapped and this whole experience with the dolphins, because I need you to know Gerald is catching attention. We're the ones that cracked that he's half Rothschild, but the internet is convinced Gerald is real and they're trying to hunt him down. Well, here's a little insight into that world.
Now get him back to the kingdom.
Wait, they can't breathe under here. Oh, this motherfucker can breathe. Don't let him fool you.
What?
We're about to work your knuckles off, bitch.
Whoa. These dolphins are vulgar.
Get back home. I can't move these big rocks. Work harder, human.
The clicks get abusive, like Brian said.
Even breathing under here. I bet she's
got
already went
jeans on.
back to her ex by now. I've got to get out of here. You ain't going nowhere yet, buddy. Soon we'll have a whole farm of you alien fuckers down here.
Dang.
Aria for life, bitch. Now go bring us more of you. You destroyed our kingdom, and it's time for you to fix it.
See, now I'm on to you, Brian. I see what's going on here.
Alex, actually, I have story time.
Yes.
Remember when you and I were in Florida?
We're playing catch, and you got savagely attacked.
Do you think that was Jerry?
It was for sure Gerald. 100%. We were playing catch, and a dolphin was chasing a fish and just went right, not at Will, but right inside of Will.
Close enough to where I was like, I've had enough.
Yeah, and it went straight, almost beached itself, slapping its tail in the shallow water. Wasn't a shark, but wasn't enough degrees away to make Will feel comfortable. Will didn't get back in that water for the rest of the trip.
No, why would I? Why would I?
Exactly.
I thought I was going to get eaten. In reality, they wanted me to build a secret society.
It starts with catch with just a couple rubber balls. Then it turns into a lot more. See? And if you missed it, you got to go check out last week's episode because Brian really gives us the inside lane on how the pyramid scheme down under begins and ends. Well, with that, let's get into what I would say is the main event for today. We really can't play much of this.
Afroman will bring it to.
But Afroman just kind of put out this music video as a hype for his civil lawsuit that is taking place currently. You know, this was a story I was excited to bring up just a couple weeks ago, but fortunately we're in the thick of it now, and we've got even better content to share with you because now we've got the hearing itself. So this outfit, first off, he's just calling out officers in Ohio. So this one totally hits home too. We love it. But he wears that suit to trial, and it's, I mean, chef's kiss. Perfect way. It's kind of like, oh man, I'm not going to be able to remember his name, but this is like an early internet kid. If you remember Marty Supreme, I think, no, that's the stupid.
That's the ping pong movie.
But no, there was a guy who was running for Congress with a rubber boot on his head.
Yeah, Marty Supreme for sure.
Dude. Vermin Supreme, eat my butt.
Okay, all right.
I'm not that far away. All right. First, I guess we got to share it.
Look at this guy.
For anybody that doesn't know who I'm talking about, this is before you youngins, before the brain rot. But Marty's Vermin Supreme, this guy, this was his bread and butter. Just going to council meetings. He actually ran for legitimate positions. There he is running in New Hampshire. This guy just showed up with a rubber boot on his head. And part of, I don't know, really making a stand with the system is sometimes trolling the system. And Vermin Supreme was the best until Afroman got picked on. So let's get into the meat of the story, right? This next story feels, actually, if I'm going to tell the story, I do want to shout out to the main man, Brad Richardson. Got a nice little graphic to share while I read this. Present this, reading nothing.
Shout out, Brad. Always love Brad.
Always love Brad.
Good work by Brad. Always.
This next story feels like something straight out of satire sketch, except it's real. And it's in Ohio, and it's playing out in court right now. Rapper Afroman, yes, because I got high, Afroman, is now at the center of one of the most bizarre legal battles you'll hear about this year. And it all starts back in 2022. The Adams County Sheriff's Office executes a full raid on his home in Ohio. We're talking armed deputies, guns drawn, doors kicked in, the whole operation. The warrant, allegations of drug trafficking, and even kidnapping. And that's in a state now that you can just go pick up the Afroman supplies at a store. Except here's the twist. They found nothing. Shocker, because that's how this evil mechanism works. No drugs, no kidnapping victims, no charges filed. Just a torn up house, shaken family, and a situation that from Afroman's perspective made absolutely no sense. And I'm going to tell you, also to the rest of the world's perspective, those that aren't part of the shilling machine. But instead of just filing complaints or going quiet, he did something very on brand. He turned it into music, using his home security footage, cameras inside and outside his house. He created music videos like Lemon Pound Cake and Will You Help Me Repair My Door? These videos show deputies inside his home, searching through his belongings, breaking in, all set to commentary, humor, and criticism. You know, the American way. And the internet ate it up. The videos went viral. The songs made money. The stories spread everywhere. But the deputies, they weren't laughing. 7 officers involved in the raid turned around and sued Afroman. Their claim? They say the videos caused them emotional distress, embarrassment. Ooh, baby. Let me tell you, when we go through these videos, we are going to revel in the embarrassment. I hope we won't be able to enhance the embarrassment enough for these folks. Humiliation, ramp it up. They don't deserve enough. Damage to their reputations, sir, you did it to yourself, Mr. Lemon Pound Cake. They also argue that Afroman used their likeness for commercial gain. Bitch, you put your likeness in my kitchen. Meaning the songs, the videos, even merchandise tied to the footage, and they want a piece of the profits. Along with having the content taken down. Now, on the other side, Afroman's argument, the people's argument, is pretty simple. This is his house, his footage, his experience, and more importantly, his speech. Civil liberties and these groups have even stepped in, arguing that using footage of police conducting a raid, especially to criticize them, is protected under the First Amendment. And the court, it's already split the difference a bit, which is just aggravating. Some claims, they say it's like misuse of likeness, have been dismissed, fortunately, but others, including defamation or false light, are still moving forward. Let's play ball, baby. Which means this case isn't just about one rapper and a few deputy clowns anymore. It's about something bigger. Can you legally use real footage of police in your home and turn it into art, commentary, or even profit? Or do the officers shown in that footage have a right to control how their image is used? That's the fight. And now, with the case heading toward trial, it's not just a viral moment anymore. It's a legal showdown between free expression and personal reputation, all sparked by a raid that didn't turn up a single charge. So, without further ado, let's just dive right into the footage, because it kind of speaks for itself. Can we swear in Afroman?
The plaintiffs called Joseph Foreman as if on cross-examination.
Because then I got tried.
Damn.
Look at that suit, man. He's looking fly.
Yes,
in
it
there.
is the suit.
He's
Come on.
looking fly, man.
America.
This is for America.
You saw him.
And America stands behind him.
Shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. As this, you shall answer unto God.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Oh man, I wish
With
he
the
was
glasses.
I wish he was like Heard. That would have been classic.
Thank you, Your Honor. For the record, would you give us your name, please?
My name
Dude, he's
is
sitting there and
Joseph
they're like
Edgar
Kanye getting
Foreman.
deposed.
You
But cooler.
are
Oh, much
known under the stage name as Afroman, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And you create music videos and do performances, is
Yes,
that
sir.
right?
Oh, yeah.
How many states of the United States have you performed in, do you think?
All of them.
All 50.
Yes, sir.
And how many countries have you performed in?
I don't remember, but not all of them. But I've been to a few.
I haven't been to Madagascar. All right. You were bringing up Kanye. Kanye had nobody spit venom better than Kanye. I mean, bars. But you want to see a man control a courtroom? This is it. Cool by definition, calm and collected, just owning the moment.
And is it true that one of your big motivation, really, in making all of these posts is to make money?
To pay for the damage that they brought to my house under the circumstance that they shouldn't have even been there in the first place.
Boom, boom.
So the answer to my question is yes, your motivation was to make money.
to pay for the damages that they brought to my house under the circumstances that they shouldn't have been there in the first place.
Maybe the officers need to go into a little bit of explanation of what their motivation was. Because clearly it wasn't a accurately fueled warrant. So
You need
what's
more
my
of that,
motive?
bro.
What's that, Ricky?
Like, because a cop can lie on a warrant to get the warrant signed by the judge. Nothing come of it. You get your property destroyed, or you just get your life ruined for a little bit. Nothing come of it because they're acting in the color of law, so they can't be sued. So, like something needs to be changed. It's too much power. They got too much power at this point.
Exactly. I couldn't agree more. All right, Afroman, tell it how it be.
Have you made enough yet to make up for it?
Not really. You know.
How much have you made on it?
I don't know exactly, but it wasn't hardly $24,000.
$24,000.
It wasn't that. It wasn't that.
You're still making money on today, right? With the new posts and advertisements and things.
It's publicity.
You're still selling merchandise, aren't you?
No, publicity. Just me. Just everybody. You know, thanks to them bringing publicity to this, it's just you know, an opportunity to run numbers up and be an entertainer.
And the more lies, outrageous lies you tell about them, the more money you can make, right?
Fact.
And hey, how about this? How about this? Facts. That is a fact. That is a fact of life. Also, the more outrageous the fact, the more money I can make. Sucks for you that everything this man is saying is factually accurate and makes you look worse. That's what's profitable here. So, of course, the lawyer's doing his job. He has to make the claim that this was a lie. Therefore, this is profiting off of the lie. So now we've gone into a different territory of debate. We now have to argue, was this legitimate or not? Well, the fact that there was nothing found there, it's a not much to pull off on that, peel back on that onion. Clear-cut case. So I want to go back to that statement where he's like, you know, you making bank off of a false statement? Can you? Sure you can. I can also make bank out of an outrageous fact. Thanks to you, that's what my house became. An outrageous fact.
Look how much cap rappers we have that got caught how many bodies, but never been in jail once.
Well, and so, you know what? Maybe now is the time, Ricky. I'm going to share my screen here real quick. You know, I'm not like a mainstream rapper type of guy. I kind of have my niches. One that I really like, it's always been, I mean, if Doug was here, thank God he isn't, because we would literally hear him talk about this for like 20. We don't hear him talk. This would have been 20 minutes.
I should have known it was Khalifa.
Super hot. That is super hot fire, right?
He would have gone nuts over Hobson. I'm a big Hobson guy. So Hobson 8, he's only got like Hobson 10 or 11. And, you know, the 2 came out these are real old. 10 years ago, right? 105 million views. This is Hobson doing a rap about his trial against his best friends in his rap group and the record label / manager who wrung them dry for everything they had. So why don't we blink an eye at this? An entire narrative. We're not watching. We are seeing no footage of the hearing. This is an entire, like, it could be fictionalized, totally fantastical or embellished. And we look at this as art. We look at this as his interpretation of what he experienced, no matter how far off from reality it may be. I mean, if Johnny Depp made a video of his ex laying in bed with a turd, nobody would blink twice. But why do we blink 3 times here? Because it's a cop? Oh, dude, buckle up, because we got a couple more of Afroman just dunking on these hoes, and then we get to the cops. They do all the work for us. Like, I'm serious. If you are a male in this ultra feminine society and you're not ashamed of what these cops are like, you're saying it for money. Hey, the money better be worth it, because I'm going to be making fun of you for it. Now I'm jumping the gun. Stick with Afroman. Then we get to the clowns.
And the more lies, outrageous lies you tell about them, the more money you can make, right?
The more outrageous lies, the more money you can make. The more outrageous truths, I'm making bank.
Fact. They never should have came to my house in the first place.
Boom!
Fact. If they hadn't have came to my house, they wouldn't have put themselves on the video camera and in my music career. All of this is their fact. All of this is their fault. And they have the audacity.
I am going to judge the nails, though.
Nah,
Ricky, am I cool on that?
Bro, when I saw them, listen, when I saw them French tips today during court, I was like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
he really lost me at the French tips, bro. He really lost me at the French tips. Like, I don't get men wearing nail polish on their finger. Like, I put clear nail polish on my shit. Never again, because I feel like a woman. Like when that shit start chipping and shit. Like, bro, I don't want to be looking at my nails. Bro, I ain't got time for that, bro. He lost me, but hey, to each his own, bro. To each his own.
You know, I'm not trying to make matters worse, but the whiteness on those fingers are a little bit deeper than a French. I mean, that's borderline nail.
Sue me. These people and you are the predators and the victim at the same time.
Where's the courtroom sketch?
Searching your house gave you the right to do everything you
Under the circumstance that I got freedom of speech, after they run around my house with guns and kick down my door, I got the right to kick a can in my backyard, use my freedom of speech, turn my bad times into a good time. Yes, I do. And I think I'm a sport for doing so, because I don't go to their house, kick down their doors, flip them off on their surveillance cameras, then try to play the victim and sue them.
Oh, play victim more. First, we got two more Afroman. Afroman, like I said, handled the day masterfully.
And is it fair to say you were angry and upset about this search?
I wasn't happy.
And is that why you...
Perfect answer, by the way. Don't give them the ability to equip anger and emotional motive behind what you did. Nah, baby, this is pure SNL. This is satire and good times. Because I got high. This cop is akin to walking past a fish market.
Posted the things we've seen this week because you weren't happy?
No, I posted it because the sheriff's never supposed to raid my house in the first place. The whole raid was a mistake. All of this is their fault. If they hadn't wrongly raided my house, there would be no lawsuit. I would not know their names. They wouldn't be on my body. They wouldn't be on my home surveillance system. And there would be no songs, nothing. My money would still be intact. Nothing. So all of this is their fault.
Brad Richardson nails it. If he can't use surveillance, then they can't use surveillance. Then so how many cases are thrown out? Here's really the way I kind of interpret his bigger point. If my use of my surveillance can ever be used against me, then what's then there's no value to surveillance. Like, yeah, you can use surveillance just as long as it's a nobody and not a cop or one of God's chosen people or somebody with the last name Trump or the last name Clinton or, you know what I mean? Like, where do you draw the line? It's you were in my living room. You also totally How about this? Let me ask you this. They raid Pablo Escobar's house. Okay? Mm-hmm. So let's just say in theory, Pablo Escobar is in Miami. He's right there off of the South Beach, right in Miami. And they totally raid his house. Yeah. Okay? He's got surveillance in his living room. And they have a warrant. They went to the local judge and they said, hey, judge, there's no snow in this beach. If you don't know that, it would melt. And I followed a trail of snow right to this house. I promise you, it's full of it. and I'm going to get him. And the judge is like, I believe you. And he signs it, gives it to him. They raid the house, living room full of cameras.
He's like, me, what are you doing in here?
Me. They break into the living room, go to the middle coffee table, rip off the tablecloth, and there it is. Bricks and bricks of snow. And then real quick, the cop, the DEA agent just does one of these like, woo, whoop, and then arrests Pablo Escobar. Pablo Escobar does his time. In what world does Pablo Escobar not own that tape? Like, let's agree, it further enhances Afroman's argument.
That's a new meme on the internet right there.
It's what
Pablo
I mean.
post that. That's a new meme right there. You know?
Dude, Pablo Escobar literally posted his mugshot? His most famous one. He's like,
Great point. Hold up. Trump. How much money has Trump made off of his mugshot? And we don't have enough mugshots of that guy.
Listen, we could say all we want about them, but that mugshot goes hard.
Facts. That is. And guess what? Afroman's videos of lemon pound cake go harder.
Listen, Afroman and that look right there, that would go hard on a t-shirt.
You know what's funny? I haven't seen these music videos yet. Like, as soon as we're done here, that's what I'm listening to on the ride home. I don't even know, the true reference of lemon pound cake, or I didn't know of it until this testimony. I mean, you're going to get to see clips of it. This is my argument. YouTube, you can't come after me. Freedom of information. I'm not even playing the music video. I'm playing on the record evidence that is used in a court trial. This is this is free and fair use.
Educational purposes.
Brother, the lemon pound cake angle to this, again, there is whatever money you get from this, the value from you having to go touch a Bible, swear, and testify to having a mangina is what's the dollar amount? Because it's worth it. Afroman's gonna pay it, and we're all gonna witness it.
Can we monetize that?
They are monetizing their weakness. He's monetizing his artistic brilliance, and they're monetizing the fact that they're willing to testify to being a cuck. Yep, that's me. You got me. I'll get paid for it. I am a wiener schnitzel. All right, let's let Afroman finish.
Yeah, let him speak.
And because they executed a search warrant on your home, that gave you the right to post the things that we've seen this week on the internet.
Wait, no. See, that's where he should have jumped on him. The fact that they executed a warrant is not what gave me a right to the cameras in my living room. What gave me a right is my living room, my cameras. Why is your ass in here? That what? I don't do warrants or not.
And my money ended up being short.
Bingo. Why? What gave me the right? Not your warrant, but George Washington.
Because
is that right? Is that right, Mr.
Look at those nails, dude.
Yes,
yes.
He legitimized
down my door, not paying for it, not being apologetic, me being a sport, doing something peaceful to raise the money to pay for their damages, me having the right of the freedom of speech as an American to talk to my.
I want you to notice, go past the gay fingertips. He has a pot leaf the size of a 50-cent coin. This guy is testifying with half of his fist is a pot leaf.
Listen, I'm telling you, man, you can make fun of the French tip nails all you want. He looks immaculate. He looks like he's owning that courtroom. They can't take his eyes off him.
That's the crazy thing. He looks like America. You got a pot leaf ring, you got French tips, you got the patriotic, you got an afro, you got the old Kanye glasses. This is America right here, bro.
That's true. OD on America right here.
Family, friends, and fans about
and he's a victim.
What the sheriff did in my home. Yes, I had the right to my freedom of speech. After they left, I had the right to kick the can and to do what I had to do to repair the damage they brought to my house. Yes, I did.
That includes the right to post the videos that you've just been posting up until Friday. and beyond, right?
Yes, I have freedom of speech. I'm a rapper. I entertain. I write fiction, comedy. Yes, I mean, I entertain for a living like you practice law for a living. So I have to go to work.
Boom!
Let me interject here real quick.
Please.
I give him unbelievable kudos for the level of restraint and
Oh.
professionalism he has had during this.
For sure.
Because there has not been a single thing against him that has been maybe benefit of the doubt. It has all been
A twist. Yes.
They completely screwed up, and they're making him answer these questions like Hillary in that deposition from a few weeks ago, where it's the complete opposite, where he is the literal definition of a victim in this justice system right now. And he kept it completely as classy. Actually, not as classy, the most classy he could have done it.
Seriously. And I want to double down on Will's point. You want to see a level of restraint? Here's my last clip of Afroman's testimony. I think this is the one that nails it all. Short, sweet, and real.
Is there anything that could change your mind about what you're doing to these deputies?
Is there anything that can change my mind about the fact that they shouldn't have been at my house in the first place? Is there anything that can change my mind about how my money shouldn't have been touched in the first place? No.
That's all the
Dude,
questions I have.
that is a
Thank you.
meme. That
You're
is a
welcome.
clip right there. Go back halfway when he just sits.
And wait. They're all there. I love that the camera just pans to them, zooms out, and they're all, he pointed, them? How about that? So here, I'll go back.
Go halfway
Anything that
through
could
when he
change
just
your
leans back
mind
in that
about
chair.
what you're doing to these deputies?
Is there anything that can change my mind about the fact that they shouldn't have been at my house in the first place? Is there anything that can change my mind about how my money shouldn't have been touched in the first place? No.
Slow
That's all the
bone.
questions I have.
Dude, he's a better man than me because I would have done the.
Wait. You do the what?
I would have just been like, watch it pan over like The Office, looking at Jim Halper.
But again, like you said, they are twisting reality and attacking from every corner. Doesn't budge an inch. This thing that none of our living rooms were touched. And he goes, "Are you mad or frustrated by this situation?" The clear answer, I mean, dude, if I'm not calculated at that moment, I'm going, yeah, of course I am. But the fact that he had enough restraint to be like, I wasn't happy. I'm not about to do a cartwheel as they literally broke down my doors.
And
So
nothing came of it.
nothing
Other than me
except I
missing
lost
$400.
$400.
Yeah.
You
that's
took
it.
X amount of dollars. I'm $400 short. That'll be kind of the end tail of our testimony we got here. But now to the good stuff. This starts with Officer Randy Walker. Ask yourself, at what dollar amount does this have to be before you suck up your pride and remove yourself from this situation? You'll get what I mean once you see the subject of their testimony.
So you were called a couple names by Mr. Foreman, one of those being, what was it, Beetle Bailey.
Yes, sir.
Wait,
Anyone
pause.
believe
I had to go look this up. What's Beetle Bailey? Serious. So this is an old cartoon that like this dude and our parents grew up with. And they're like blind marching soldiers. So, okay, satire is satire. But again, just for reference.
It looks like the Walmart version of Larry the Cable Boat guy.
It's a drawn cartoon.
Beetle Bailey is a cartoon that's in the newspaper.
Sure.
Been there for years. Okay. So that would be an exaggeration. Okay. And when they call you a son of a bitch, that would be an opinion.
That's something that would be an opinion.
Okay. Because there's no way we can prove whether you're a son of a bitch or not.
Wait, so are you saying we're not allowed to say that? Like, because it's immeasurable, we're not able to measure how much of a son of a bitch you are. All right.
Oh,
Cat,
it was
I
so
gotta
funny.
hand it to this guy. As much as I'm gonna be on the major dogging these clowns train, I have to give it to him. This is a good response.
Way we can prove whether you're a son of a bitch or not.
Nah, she's been dead for years.
There's no way for us to prove you're a son of a bitch, is there?
Oh,
No,
dying.
she's been dead for a couple years now. Get it? Calling his mom. But bum. So fun, deadpan serious because I'm hurt. I'm hurt. Well, let's get back to this officer's pain.
I'm sorry about your mother on that. Yeah. But you would agree, though, that when someone calls someone a son of a bitch, it's not necessarily a statement of fact. It's more a statement of opinion or a description of a person.
Sure.
Okay. The same thing with being called, I think it's Gomer Pyle.
Yes.
No one would think you're Gomer Pyle from the movie.
Obviously, that's a character in a movie.
Yeah. But you're not that person.
No.
This may sound stupid, but you've been a law enforcement officer for a long time, correct?
Yes.
You've been called many derogatory names, correct?
Over the years, yes.
You've been called a son of a bitch before, correct?
Not published, but yes.
Okay. You've been called other things even worse, correct?
I'm sure over the years I've been called many things.
And it'd be fair to say that during those years, people probably said bad things about you and your family also.
You know, I honestly can't remember bad things being said to my family, but I can remember bad things being done to them.
Oh, you poor thing.
So right now, the severity to
Goes right back to
Dr.
Pickle
Dopey
Bailey.
is this is the major extent. But again, it really sounds like I'm cruel. I'm being cruel, unforgiving. I'm not, having much empathy here. If you want to know why Captain Beetle Bailey over here really deserves full ridicule, again, now let's really get to it. The man for money is willing to testify to this.
So you're solely being painted in a false light due to Mr. Walters saying he had sex with your wife.
Mr. Walters does have sex with his wife. Mr. Foreman doesn't.
Good catch on that.
Yeah.
So there was a little slip
you're-
up there by the attorney. What do you mean? So we're going to straighten it out here. What really happens is that Afroman makes fun of him for losing his wife and sleeping with someone else, but we'll let him sort it out.
Simon, that is the defamation statement, is that he said he had sex with your wife.
Yes.
Okay. And that's painted you in a false light.
It's caused tremendous pain in my life.
We'll get to that. We have to go through false light first. So does it paint you in a false light?
Yes, that my wife is cheating on me with Mr. Foreman.
But we all know that's not true, correct?
I don't know.
Go talk to your whore. That's not Afroman's problem.
Yeah, dude. Watching this life, I was like, wait, what do you mean? You've been your wife for over 20-something years. So you're telling me you don't know if your wife is fucking on you or not, bro? Like,
And again,
where we living?
For what? Free money? Like, you're a male lacking that much pride and just integrity? Screw pride. You're lacking that much personal integrity that for free cash, you'll be like, I don't know who she's hoovering around with. That's my wife. And for the sake of anonymity and, unknownness, open-endedness, we have to assume she could be screwing Afroman. That'd be
Crazy
what?
thing is, this is going to cost what he just said is going to cost more ripple effect for him than what Afroman ever said.
How about this? Remember the guy that was like, they're climbing in your windows, snatching your people up, trying to make them so they're trying to hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your... That was just a homeboy on the street that got picked up by Channel 8 News. Like, he didn't... Okay, now fast forward 10 years later, TikTok just starts blowing up. There was a solid few months where my FYP was bringing me that guy digitally panhandling like, yo, man, this was like the biggest song ever and I made no money. So like, can you guys help me out? And it's like, you aren't the talent. The guy that turned that into a viral sensation is the talent. So yes, even if it is an Afroman and it's the Rethink Tank, a totally uninvolved bystander that got free or open info or to openly disclosed record and footage from the trial. If I turn this into a viral song, I owe nobody. I don't know if she's sleeping with Afroman. Drop the beat. Boom, boom, boom. Like that's me, baby. I'm the money maker. Well, we're gonna let this child man cuck boy keep going. I know I'm catching myself. I'm being real cruel, but I need to make it clear. It's because there's not enough embarrassment in this line of so-called masculine men.
But you don't know if your wife's cheating on you or not?
You want to go there?
No,
Yeah, we have to.
You said you don't.
You're taking us there for money, big boy. Nobody wants to go there. You're making us.
He went there. Like the lawyer asked him a previous question before we could have. Yeah. I hope, like, I'm sorry, but I hope the jury see through this bullshit because it can be that small town where they just like love their cops and shit. Like,
you're right. Oh, Ricky, there's an angle here that we haven't gotten to yet. The next guy that's going to testify is Officer Sean Cooley. And then it isn't for a few officers later that we got Officer Justin Cooley. So part of the angle here is like most of these PDs, but even more the small town PDs, you've got family and nepotism involved. So, you know, we're going to get to that. But Ricky, randomly drawn by a generated system of addresses, there's no way those peers don't look at Afroman coming in his American suit going, they had a warrant that led to nothing, and they were video cameras in my living room. First off, let's agree, whether there's like an inbred bias in that jury or not, there is a right answer. And when they come up on the wrong end on that, like,
inbred bias is crazy.
I'm not going to say it, but Jennifer Lopez is going to say, well, somebody needs to get the justice for us if they can't. Like, somebody's going to have to take it in their own hands. Thank you, Jennifer Lopez, because I would never say that.
I've been with that woman since middle school.
I know.
I would hope she wouldn't. But you know what? Once somebody puts it out there for their fun and entertainment, it's out there. And it's a problem.
So it's something we cannot verify the truth of? Is it a thing that can...
I love Afroman's attorney. So another thing we can't verify the truth of, right? Her infidelity?
be verified, true or false?
Ask your client.
Your Honor, I'm going to ask for a direct the witness to answer the question.
Make him answer about his whore. Speak up, boy.
You don't like his answer doesn't mean he didn't answer.
He didn't answer the question. He's told me to ask another person. That is not an answer to the question.
So ask him another question.
Okay.
I hate this judge.
Well, and right there, you're seeing how the system can sometimes be working with inside the system.
Afroman's next question. What were you doing at the Cracker Barrel on the night of...
What caused you to sit down on that Cracker Barrel?
It was his answer. I can't make him say something else. You can ask him another question.
And so are you claiming that Mr. Foreman saying he had sex with your wife is a private fact about your life?
My family is a private part of my life.
About your wife?
Him having an affair with my wife would definitely be a private part of my life if that was occurring.
So again, this is the end of his testimony, but the only line they can hang their hat on is Beetle Bailey a satirical comic strip, which satire, protected speech, and then also the claim that like I slept with your wife, the whole town slept with your wife. How expansive are we going to explode defamation? Because defamation, one, there needs to be damage. It can't be, well, you made the money and I didn't. I have to have a legitimate damage. My wife left me. Somebody threw a brick through my window. I lost my job. There has to be like measurable damage. But then even more so, it needs to be tied directly to the claim that Afroman slept with your wife. I don't think even a Johnny Cochran can accurately draw that nexus. But with that consideration, I want to get to, as we said, Officer Sean Cooley.
Mr. Cooley, sorry. Sean.
First off, can we take a moment to appreciate Afroman's attorney? That's like the reverse Afroman.
Bearded man.
Well, it's the God's chosen people, Afroman.
Mr. Cooley, sorry. Sean, you were called Officer Pound Cake by Mr. Foreman?
Multiple times. You received hundreds of pounds.
Brad, you ready to testify?
From different people.
Okay. And the context of that name comes from a music video that Mr. Foreman created, correct?
I don't know where he got it at, but you'd have to ask him that question.
Well, I'm going to play what's marked defense exhibit B. I'd like you to watch
This is a court case. Real hearing.
What a good name.
And it's because he's drooling over the pound cake.
County Sheriff kicked down my door. Then I heard the glass break. They got no kidnapping victims, just a little pound cake.
For and look at he's okay. So a sheriff raids your kitchen and needs to go on an Atkins diet. I have a clip of you staring down my wife's pound cake. In what America am I not allowed to exploit that every way I can? Squeeze that raisin for every bit of juice it's got. Because let's be real. Every Joe Blow that has this video, they can't expand upon this the way yet or make the impact that Afroman can. So part of that is going to be the plaintiff's claim is that he has this large platform that was weaponized against them. At the same time, if I did the same thing, it would, get to 10 people and it'd be like, it's a nothing burger. Well, it doesn't change the use. So if you're saying the use is invalid, the person using it or its reach should have no impact on its evaluation. So let's boil it down to what it is. An old man tub cop stares down my wife's pound cake, and I've got it in 4K. And I'm good at writing raps. Put that bitch in a song. My pound cake.
Another nice suit.
Oh, he always does.
It made the sheriff wanna put down his gun and cut him a slide.
I need to cop one of them t-shirts.
Seriously. You know what? We might have to make one. Free Afroman. But yeah, you got this big lemon pound cake song. Can't beat it. I want to see. Did we get back? Yeah, here we go. We get a little bit more of Mr. Cooley. Mr. Cooley, any response? Did that pound cake look scrumptious? Scrumdiddly.
Stop it there. So you've seen Exhibit D, correct?
Mm-hmm.
You would admit that's you with the glasses walking by a lemon pound cake on the counter?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And that is security footage from the search of Mr. Foreman's residence?
I assume, yes.
But there's no question
I haven't been sniffing for pound cake in his kitchen any other time.
that's you during the search.
Yes.
There is question. There's
No, that was me, yes, absolutely.
See, and part of their claim is going to be that, like, we didn't ask for this or the attention. We were just carrying out the tasks of our job. But there, you have no. We love covering the First Amendment auditors that walk around with their cameras, and there's no expectation of privacy in a public space. That's why a cop loses in a public space every time. There is no expectation of privacy from me when you are in my domicile.
Is that like
you can
me
have an
going to your-
expectation of privacy from Ricky when you're
Is that
in
like-
my house.
That's what I was saying. It's not like me going to your house and be like, yo, Alex, turn these cameras off, bro. I don't want you to record you making a YouTube video later.
Well, and here's the thing. Like, if I had cameras, like Diddy did, or, it's when you have the cameras in a private space. Is it in the bathroom? Did you put the toilet bowl camera in? Like, now we've got real problems.
Okay.
But if it's in your kitchen above the pound cake, that is a generally public area within my private space.
Common areas is good.
This is no different than cameras within a Walmart. I can have cameras within the Walmart. I cannot have cameras within the bathroom. I can have cameras outside the hallway so I can see the comings and goings and I can get as close to the line of privacy as possible, but I'm never actually going within that space. So again, I didn't catch you American pieing the pound cake in the bathroom. I caught you drooling in the kitchen. So that's Daddy Cooley. Well, you know what? Let's just jump to it. We're gonna get now to they're of kin. I don't know how, but they're a couple of Coolies. So now let's get to Officer Justin Cooley, as if the lack of pride for money doesn't go far enough.
Can you tell me what fact about you that receding hairline or dipshit refers to, please?
I'm sorry?
What private fact of yours does that refer to?
I like to dip in a pool of.
But he does have a receding hairline.
It ain't private, bro. The whole world sees it. That's what the attorney's fishing for that. What part of this is private? The fact that you privately dip in shit, or that you have? We all know the hairline. Hairline's out the bag.
Some people like officers that do like work like public servant work, like, you know what I mean? I thought they're supposed to have like a thicker skin, you know what I mean? Like,
especially an officer. But again, wait, that is the bigger point. I'm taking the approach with this dialogue the way I am intentionally, because this is the same locker room of men that are razzing each other in, the people I'm surrounded at my work, they go, well, we're cops, or, I was a dispatcher, so I've got a little bit of I get the jokes. I'm in with the guys. Like that's always part of the narrative. So amongst themselves, they're saying these things to each other and some. Let's be clear. Afroman talking about this man's chrome dome is not the first time he's heard this within his work, like role in the workplace. But they have to make that claim, Ricky.
Yeah.
So they have something to claim for money. So it is you have to take an action of disbelief, because deep down, this isn't the first time these guys have heard these types of jokes or commentary. And amongst each other, it's even worse, if not more personal and private. And yet they have to take this ultra weak, passive stance for money, for nothing but money. And so again, you know what? Even if Afroman loses and you still come out the other end, the victor, I'm going to make you earn it. You're going to get every dollar's worth. If you're going to say this hurt my feelings because the internet was cruel, they said boo-boo words, and now my feelings are hurt, we got to really make sure you feel it. We really got to earn every penny of the free dollars that you're getting from a real artist or a real person that, listen, why does he have more than $1? Because more than one person got together and was like, I support what he's doing. I buy this thing. What of yours is the public buying? I got to say, if what you truly did was deliver justice and it truly satisfied the community, because why'd you take the job? I'm here to protect the community. If all the community gave you the dollar, GoFundMe, or just the metaphorical dollar, if we all support you, then this is a mute topic. But you are hurt fishing for dollars because the whole public was like, nah, this is a great moment of accountability, bitch. And I'm going to make you earn every one of those pennies.
Talking about...
My head is shiny. Think about it.
See, I wouldn't trust him with methamphetamine crack ass alone in my house.
So
I find that pretty insulting.
So,
Ricky, I'm going to tell you right now, I wouldn't trust you with meth in my house. I wouldn't trust you either, Will.
That's good. You shouldn't trust nobody with
the
meth.
Judges I work for with meth in my house. What are we talking about here?
You should
This
trust
isn't
nobody
some
with meth.
fantastical fact.
that statement is what you're suing on.
Well, no. I told you this is one of many.
Well, and that's why we're trying to find.
You keep trying to make...
On the inverse, who do you trust with crack in your house?
It's singular. I'm telling you, it's
Not
not
even
singular. It's
trust
plural.
Okay, and so one of them is dipshit, one is receding hairline,
Yep.
and the other is meth heads.
Yes.
That hurt
Is there
me.
any more?
Well,
Sir, have you tried meth? No. But now...
No.
So how does it... it's one of those, like, if you knew your past and you've been a struggling meth head, like, Hunter Biden's got a claim here.
Oh, yeah.
But this guy... It's like, do you have a history with meth? Or are you just like, oh, heroin's scary?
when
Heroin,
you sitting there making
ouch.
accusations against the organization that I, at that time, was working for, destroying community trust, all based off of a lie.
Wait, hold up, though. Did the song about the truth of your facts destroy your reputation with the community? Or did the absurd facts you put in the community tarnish your reputation with the community?
Hold on, don't press play. But tell me those are not some meth teeth, though.
Dude, those are some coolie teeth. They're a bunch of inbred shark people. There has to be another layer of teeth behind there.
Those are Gerald's people.
Those are Gerald's people. Fact. Dude, this is Gerald. This is the Rothschild that slept with the dolphin that created the dolphin lineage that Brian has left us for. Wow, and it's all come full circle. Now, am I going to be testifying in a courtroom to be like, do you really believe he was part of the Rothschild dolphin lineage? It's like, no, this is a fantastical joke and none of it's real. But you know what I'm saying? Like, they're doing the same thing. Do you really think he would do meth? Maybe. I don't know. What do you think of dolphins?
That's what ultimately stopped.
And that's community trust in the Adams County Sheriff's Department, correct?
Yes.
They don't like me or my daddy no more.
To what was Plaintiff's Exhibit 5.
Okay.
I unfortunately...
Hold on. That's an autographed shirt. Remember, they called Pops, the dad, Officer Sean Cooley, they called him Officer Lemon Pound Cake. This was the image that Afroman put out. Pound cake!
Why is Peter Griffin there?
Who knows? Who cares? But it's a perfect troll because, boy, that pound cake looked good. And I love that now the testimony is, this is him signing autographs of your dad's pound cake shirt.
Don't do technology.
My dad does like pound cake.
But this was Plaintiff's Exhibit 5. You said
67 comments. It's a sign.
this was referring to you. Where's your picture in this?
I said, you asked me earlier.
Where's your picture?
No.
You asked me. I do not like math.
You asked me earlier.
Your Honor, I'd ask
Yeah, we're past that.
the witness to answer the question.
Okay.
Clarify that there's reasons.
Okay. Okay.
Is your picture in this post?
No.
No.
Is that a picture of your
Yeah,
phone?
but I resonate with Peter Griffin.
Yes.
So this actually pertains more to your father than you.
Correct.
Do these guys seem like soft, weak clowns yet, or am I being cruel? All right, let's get to Officer. They didn't give me a name. I don't know what to call him. Definitely not about to call him Officer Quasimodo.
Mr. Cooley, sorry.
Oh, wrong one. That's still Mr. That's the daddy
Called
pound cake,
Officer Pound Cake?
not Officer Quasimodo.
Is it true that Mr. Foreman called you a hunchback
Yes.
and specifically compared you to Quasimodo,
Yes.
the Disney hero?
But see, again, do you have a hunched back? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, at what point? The fact that the sky is blue offends me. So am I never allowed to say a fact that the sky is blue? I think if I was out here trying to convince the people, trust me, the sky is orange. I've always told you that. It's always been that way. Then maybe we got a dialogue here. This guy's like telling 2 + 2 = 5. You know what? Maybe you got a claim. But as long as you look like you might be hunched in Notre Dame, hey, brother, where's the falsehood, the defamation, the harm to the community?
I'm assuming that's it.
Facts can't be illegal.
Quasimodo from the Disney movie The Hunchback of Notre Dame?
I've never watched it, so I don't.
I never watched it. So how do you know to be offended? Wait, hold on. You're totally unfamiliar with not only the Disney cartoon character, but the century-old tale and I wouldn't say personal figure, but like a fictionalized figure of history, because we've had plenty of people manning the bells in these churches, especially in the early centuries. You're going to pretend that you don't know who that is, but you do know to be offended. Illegal. Impractical, logical
when a person says
fallacy.
someone's a crooked defense attorney, they're not meaning that I'm like a vine.
Brad Richardson. Well, the meth be methin' these days in Adams County.
As a opinion, correct?
Correct.
Look at that face. I just know to be upset. I just know to be upset. My back hurts.
Would you agree that when someone calls you a thief, it might be an opinion of theirs?
Yep.
Can be, yeah.
Whoop, got him. Whoa. You know, the attorney was like, shit, that was easy. Moving on. How many discs are messed up in your back?
Same as if when people say crooked cops, it's just an opinion?
Jesus.
Got him.
Crooked. He heard crooked cops, was like, oh, my back. He's talking about my back. No, brother. That's a Freudian slip if I've ever heard one. Projection much?
And so is your entire claim for false light that you were called a thief?
Yes.
And you would agree that Mr. Foreman is an artist subject to exaggeration?
I guess so, yeah.
Got him. Another point on the board for the good guys.
For the sake of question, nobody would ever think you're Quasimodo from the book, correct?
I don't guess.
Don't know who Quasimodo is, knows to be offended. Do you agree nobody would get you confused with Quasimodo? But you can confirm that. Brother, this attorney is never taking this man off the stand. Every time he's like, holy shit, another one? Would you agree Afroman's the greatest rapper ever? I guess so. It depends on what I'm smoking and yes. Yes.
Different things.
You know, a lot of trashing going on, but let's be clear. I want to thank those folks, not these folks, those folks that kind of take on the difficulty. I want to thank you for your service when you do it right. That's kind of the equilibrium here. That's the standard and barrier of care. Thank you when you do it right. Because, you know, clearly that guy's being dragged. He is far from a media trained man. That was a struggle for him. I don't want you there either, though. But money enticed you. So That's a you decision. All right, this is number 9. We don't have this officer's name. Officer, are you embarrassed yet?
You've been an officer for a very long time, over 21 years.
Actually, over 24 full-time years and over 38 and a half as a certified peace officer statewide.
Thank you.
Button his shirt for this.
And you've been called a lot of names by people
This is my one nice church button up.
in 24
My
years,
wife
correct?
picked this out. My third wife.
She's got pound cake at home. She's a good one.
Things worse than a thief, correct?
Name-wise, but not as detrimental how people look at you. I mean, you're seeing, people calling you names directly, but not put out there to be detrimental in something that is criminally related.
So people have come up to you and asked you if you were a thief.
I've had phone calls and I've had it happen.
When was the first time that happened? To you personally during your career?
In my entire career?
Yes.
I never had anything until this came about.
Oh, classic
Had
lie.
anybody ask you about being a thief and when your wife was charged with theft?
There it is. You know what? That eyebrow wrinkle up top doesn't even move. Got to give it to him. Holds the line. Even your wife convicted of being a thief.
When your wife pled guilty to stealing from her employer? Your Honor, I would ask this.
What is going on in Adams County?
The judge is like, some bitch. Why? You're not.
The judge is leaning in like the judge in Cousin Vinny. He is so entertained by this.
Oh, he's glued. I'm going to talk about this one for the rest. People are going to ask me about this one for the rest of my life. Yeah. W to the attorney doing his homework. That's facts.
Question that builds on his reputation. He says he has never been called a thief before, yet he keeps saying that everybody treats him differently. This goes to his reputation. He is used to this. This has happened before. To say that this is the only thing causing the problem has ever hurt his reputation.
That's that reverse afro.
He's opening up the door so that I can ask the question about what's affecting his reputation.
Go, re-ask the question.
He's like, I didn't understand any of that language, but I think I might be cooked.
He answered the question. Right?
You got to answer it.
Shouldn't re-ask it because he shouldn't have.
Okay. So restating the question, Mr. Eastep, your wife did steal from her employer, correct?
Yes.
And it was a felony sum of money.
Get it on the record.
Yes.
Which is over $1,000.
Yes.
Whoop. All right. Here's the last little segment here of the officers. This is Chief Officer Brian Newland. If you see, a lot of this story now revolves around not only the illegitimacy of the search, but now they confiscated a stash of cash, and Afroman's claim is that they were $400 short with the amount of money they returned. So now there's a discrepancy of about $400. And this is the testimony, again, with Chief Officer Brian Newland surrounding this discrepancy.
Detective Newland, can you see what that sign says?
Yes.
What is it? Could you read it for us?
They stole my money.
Go ahead.
You know, half of the win is just make them say it.
Making them do it. Yeah.
And that's it. Like, if I got to make you, if I have to pay the money, oh, I'm going to make you dance. I'm going to make you dance.
Videos selling my truth and my proof. How can you take me to court when you stole my money and it's $400 short?
Facts. And again, what's the video besides my front door busting in? For nothing. Properly. So, okay, we don't want to get nabbed for the music video. Again, you should check these out. Brian Newland stole from me. I mean, literally by name. I do love that. But Mr. Newland, I love it pans from the computer. Mr. Newland, what do you have to say about this?
Obviously, does it tell where that was posted?
It looks like this one is on YouTube.
Big Dog went to he's the only, his mom, I'm assuming, is the only barber in town. We're giving him the sharp fade in back there.
I was going to say picked out his suit also.
Yeah. Mom dressed him.
Probably ironed it.
It's also Mrs. Cooley, but that's another layer of the PD we don't have to get into.
What effect did it have on you when you
That's satire. It's a joke.
saw these posts?
I was angry.
Allegedly.
Sad, depressed, upset.
Why were you sad or upset? Isn't it just somebody
I was sad.
exaggerating?
I saw an Ohio man's music video, and it made me sad. You're willing to say that on the record for money? Yeah. You would have
Trading or making jokes or making a comment?
I didn't find it funny at all. I work in law enforcement, have kids, have friends, family. I'm involved in
put RFK Jr. over him just for the sake of dunk harder.
schools. And then I'm being blasted all over social media.
Nope. Kermit the Frog.
For the entire United States. I've had comments made to me since day
Kermit the Frog here. I came out with $400.
one.
Like what?
If you want the most recent example, yesterday there was a cheer competition in North Adams. I walked my 3-year-old son in to watch his sister cheer, and
Patrick Mahomes, after the injury, is down big.
somebody asked me if that was another little boy I'm touching.
Yesterday?
Yesterday.
Where? What competition?
At the North Adams.
Where were you
cheerleading
on the night of the
competition.
15th with Miss Piggy?
In Afroman's living room eating pound cake.
What other examples?
Every time you go to an event, another comment's made or somebody says something. Another one I can recall was meet the team night for my daughters. We was in line to get slushies and people were making comments behind me.
Heck yeah.
What comments?
Just called me a thief and a pedophile and why was I there? And then
Cha-ching.
started playing music, playing some of his songs on their phones.
You know, the $400 thing, it's a little bit of an up in the air discrepancy. Let me ask you this. Unbeknownst to the actions of Afroman, that other thing they're calling you, the PDF thing, what did you do in your life to prompt that one?
Cash located.
And guess what? In that world, you should never be able to comfortably get slushies around kids ever, whether they're your own or the community's. We should make it a living hell for you.
Was cash located in the property?
Yes.
Do you remember how much approximately?
Whatever you think it is, minus 400.
Approximately $4,000.
And did you play a role in taking that cash?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
What was your role?
I was provided the cash or provided the money that was located by another deputy.
Well, you know what? Taylor Swift walked in and, my tight end told me to just throw the cash.
I counted out the money, put it in an evidence bag, and then at the end
Drew
of
up
the
a
search,
play. We called it pound cake.
transported it back to the sheriff's office.
All right. Did you take any of the money?
No.
Did you ever take any money from the evidence bag?
No.
Did you ever take any of Mr.
I love Brad Richardson, $400 lemon pound cake. If anybody has watched Arrested Development, the money is in the pound cake. The money is in the pound cake. I'm not getting the message.
Foreman's money?
No.
Are you aware that the cash was ultimately returned to Mr. Foreman?
Yes.
And can you tell us why that was?
The prosecutor at the time decided they were not going to pursue any current criminal charges, and the property was released back to him.
Was an allegation made that there was less cash than there should have been?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And who made that allegation?
Yeah, I don't know. The guy with the giant white sign that said, Chief Brian Newland stole my cash.
I believe Mr.
Allegedly.
Foreman.
How did you learn about this discrepancy?
The evidence technician that releases property had called me and told me that the account was short.
Tell us what you mean by that. The count was short.
Just that there was more money listed than what there was inside, and that was
That's an intriguing element. That's an intriguing element, considering you just said you're the person that handled it all. So either you counted $400 dumb, right? You're that far off by $400, and you set yourself up for a deficit that it's a $400 mistake. I got people that work for me that do bookkeeping and everything else. When there's a financial problem or mistake, I've witnessed it. They eat it. So at some point, it's either your clerical error caused this or you were clerically accurate, put the right amount, and then screwed yourself when you stole $400. But either way, that discrepancy should be no one's consideration but your own when you just said you have a financial forensic person on duty that takes your report and then goes, hey, we're $400 short here, champ.
Money was returned than what was indicated
And where was this amount indicated?
on the bag.
On evidence bag?
Correct.
So I'm understanding you correctly. The amount of money that was indicated on the evidence bag was more than what was actually returned to Mr. Ford.
Correct.
All right.
Once the allegation was made, the sheriff contacted the Claremont County Sheriff's Office to conduct an independent investigation.
Do you know whether an independent investigation was conducted by the Claremont County Sheriff's Office?
Yes.
And do you know the results of that investigation?
They were to determine that I miscounted the money during my original count.
All right. Did they conclude that any money had been taken?
They said there was not any money taken.
So the one that we end on isn't as fun and entertaining, but I just wanted to bring also some clarity to the facts of the case itself. What's up, Ricky?
Share my screen real quick.
Let
me.
Do I not? Let me.
Oh, I have to share it. Sorry.
Yeah.
Because this is a funny part of the trial as well. Is this lady's part of the suit, and Afroman said, "Have anyone checked her parts to make sure she's who she says she is? Listen to her voice."
Wait, what?
And did you ever serve as a school resource officer?
Yes, sir, I did.
Tell us about that.
Okay.
Job full-time at the sheriff's office.
Wait, who is that?
Pause
So
it.
she's part. Yeah. So she's part of. Let me stop sharing. Sorry. So she's part of the officers that's suing, and she was
Couple of weak bros, all of them.
She was on the stand crying for 15 minutes because they kept playing the song for 15 minutes straight. And she was just bawling. And she has the deepest voice out of all of them.
Dude, she said one word, and it was like, what are we doing here? What are we doing? Can you keep playing that? I haven't seen this one. I need to consume it.
All right,
I must consume more of them.
Let me get.
There's a whole group of people testifying as we speak. A whole group of them. A whole giant thing of them.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury.
Oh, let me pop it up. I downloaded it.
Men and gentle ladies of the jury.
Man and
men,
dude.
For the kids, keep the kids safe. Out of any kind of danger.
This is a female Mohican.
I also bonding with the kids, keeping them.
We find the lion spirit.
You know what I mean? As far as like way of life, you know what I mean? Just
walking wolf.
Somebody else to be there.
Walked right into Afroman's living room.
And pound cake.
And did you sometimes greet the kids when they got dropped off at school?
I love kids.
Directed traffic at the school.
Look at those arms.
And did you have
I'm a dainty lady.
occasion to know any of Mr.
Ooh, we'll go for two.
I've let him out of the vehicle before. Or not let him out, but
The door busts down. They all raid, and then just moments later, them just pokes their head in. Yo, guys, he's got a basketball hoop.
And is that part of your?
I was called in. I wasn't actually working.
You weren't on duty?
No, sir.
You weren't on duty? No, I was just there to rally. I'm here for a good time.
I was there to pound cake, bro.
You need to be called in for something. You drop everything and go do it.
Yes.
Always.
She got a lot of testosterone, bro.
I do it. I do them. I do it all.
What do you mean she?
Execution.
No, sir.
Were any of his children present?
Not initially.
And all these
did you see
officers'
any of his
eyebrows
children
are
that
like
night?
weird, bro.
In the vehicle.
They're gone. What have they been looking at?
Just to clear that
It's
up.
seared off.
You think they cut it just to be
Coming
like,
to
this is how much
driveway,
stress
and
we've been through?
I was on the outer post of the house as far as like the perimeter area, and she pulled up with the kids and
Get the wrong kind of
spoke to her,
pound cake.
and I told her we probably wouldn't be good for the kids to see us. You know what I mean? so they wouldn't be there to.
The only testimony about kids, mind you.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
You know whether the children live.
But yeah,
None of the other testimonies have been about kids.
Mm-mm.
But
Except
this
for-
off-duty
except for
cop was like, I was chilling with the children, and then I got called in.
Except for the other officer you just shown before, he testified because his brother was charged with PDF allegation, and his brother was a cop and had to resign or got fired. So Afroman was like, "Yo, that's your brother, your family." Like he's like, I didn't know what my brother was charged with.
Okay, similar but different.
Same.
An opinion I have about like abortions. You know, if you're going to make things legal, right? That shouldn't take away people's speech from, like, you know, a Democrat named Joe Biden and Hillary Clinton literally said in front of Congress 20 years ago, it must be legal but rare. Well, the rare element hinges on society not making this a good thing, but a necessary thing. When necessary, we allow it, but we're never going to stray away from the reality of what it is, which means we need to, you know, be honest about it. I only draw upon that for the pure, I mean, apply this to any sense of policy consideration. But when you look at something like this, did you commit the crime? Yes. Okay. Well, good things like helping the old lady across the street, you don't get paid for that. But also, when you get community accolades or social points that shouldn't damn you for the action, or that shouldn't make the action illegal. So the same applies to if you do something negative and a very organic negative response occurs. It's not like, okay, if one of these cops' kid won the spelling bee, and then Afroman just was making fun of him for winning the spelling bee, you'd be like, wait, this makes no sense. One, why are you picking on kids? They have nothing to do with this. Plus, this is a good thing. It's like, you did this. You are owed to have to carry this cross for the rest of your life. And if you don't want to carry that as a part of your image, one, don't do it. Damn it, that's half the deterrence. But then two, maybe you have to work even harder to outshine all the negative light that's dragging down your character. But I'm going back off of there's been one civil rights person to impact our country fully. And he had one ask: judge people by their character. Afroman is judging you based on nothing but your actions, the character built beyond that given to him. You did it, and you gave it to him. And he's the bad guy. I don't know, Ricky. I'm doubling down on Brad Richardson's little put together here. Afroman deserves justice. And I'm standing against this abuse of power. This is a failed raid. And the controversy is only that a slew of literally weak men and of them just looking for a cash grab at the stakes of, and at the cost of, one, the Constitution that they claim to defend, and the community that has turned their back on them, rightfully so, based on their own actions. Ricky, any rapping thoughts on this whole Afroman situation?
I'm glitching, but we still gonna freestyle it. Like, it's crazy to me. Like, as an officer, you should have thicker skin. And what showed me that they should have a thicker skin, because in the trial already, the same officer brother that's a PDF, when he moved to a new police station, they put it on his screen that he was a thief, just to make fun of him. And he ain't sued none of them, but he, like, it's just crazy. Like, as an officer, we're supposed to be this, fuck the police, you a bitch, you a hoe. As long as we don't threaten you physically to do you any harm, it's all fair games, bro.
Nailed it. Will, any rapping thoughts?
Give him his $400. And
Yeah.
you would have saved yourself way more headaches.
Literally. I'm going to be real with you. Even I'm going to go out on a limb. I don't want to project on Afroman or, lie on his character. However, I'm going to kind of make the claim that I think he was probably making these music videos, whether he got his $400 or not. If I've got this, it's the internet. We literally live in the age of the internet. People, when a young girl today cries, she doesn't just cry for the sake of emotion. She runs and grabs her iPhone and records herself for faux empathy. Like, it's not real crying if you go and if you pause to record yourself. That's attention grabbing. So in a world like that, when you just have content fall into your lap, whether you were the perpetrator, like I said, the Pablo Escobar scenario, he's in Miami and they just raid him rightfully. Doesn't matter. That's my footage in my living room. Or even more so, it's crazier that Afroman's position is even further enhanced by the fact that this was a totally false and illegitimate raid that led to the content he was able to have so much fun with. Because at the end of the day, that's what it was. He didn't make those music videos going, it's going to make me bank. He made those music videos going, hey, if it makes me bank, that's great. But I'm doing this shit for me. And it's love of the game. So just know the whole rethink tanks out here cheering on Afroman. As this thing develops, if we can get more for you, we're going to keep you in the loop because hopefully the impact, especially at hitting home here in Ohio, hopefully the impact doesn't spit in the face of justice and the First Amendment, our freedom, and the speech we so heavily rely on. All right, let's get to a topic that we're probably going to have to condense it a little bit and not go too extensively on it. But to start, I'm going to therapy to the point with just, if you don't know, now you know, we're in the age of brain rot.
Having a shoe on your head, here are 5 actual signs of brain rot. Number 1, a shortening attention span. If you're constantly in front of a screen, endlessly scrolling without limits, your brain adapts to rapid stimulation. Sitting through something longer starts to feel unbearable. A book feels exhausting. A full podcast feels too long. Even a conversation can feel like too much. Your brain starts craving novelty every few seconds. Number 2, mental fogginess. This looks like struggling with word retrieval, losing your train of thought, difficulty concentrating, not being able to stay focused on the task at hand. But this has to be a decline. It's not just ongoing ADHD symptoms. It's noticing you used to feel sharper and now you don't. Number 3, mental and physical fatigue. This one confuses a lot of people. Scrolling feels like you're resting, but you're not actually resting. When you're constantly being rewarded, shocked, amused, outraged, or emotionally stimulated in short bursts, your nervous system never gets to calm down. Number 4, increased anxiety when you're not consuming content. When you're not watching or scrolling, the outside world can feel boring or like you're missing out on something. That restless urge to check your phone isn't random. It's your brain adjusting to the absence of constant stimulation. And number 5, you begin experiencing short-term memory issues.
So it's funny that the brand or show or character development of brain rot, and for those that don't know, you got the wood stick character, tong, 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 tong. You've got, shark heads on muscle bodies. You got a little ballerina with a cup of tea for a head. Random characters that kind of fill up the title of brain rot, which is this like definition of what's cool to the kids right now in the younger generation. But it's also like a term that directly describes what's going on, the phenomenon of this lack of our ability to, one, stay focused. We're chipping away at our intellect. Boredom is impossible. But this all kind of revolves around the technology, the world that we're being raised in. Check out this video. To me, this is generation defining, not only the young generation it's about, the victims, but the shitty parents raising this entirely brain rotted generation.
Mom,
That's
I'm
my
your
mom.
No, she's my mom.
No, you ain't, bitch.
That could never be a black household.
You got at least one white parent dragging down the lineage. Ricky's words, not mine. Look how it just lights up. Like, we're plugged in. We're locked in.
So is that brain rot?
There's your baby. There's your baby.
I'm just saying. I seen a couple of dark tones earlier, but I'm just saying, like, is this brain rot for babies though? Like, look, like Miss Rachel saying hi.
I want to get to that.
Okay.
First, we're halfway through this video. Chalk another one up.
The wheels on the bus go round and round.
Glued, by the way. Skibbity toilet.
Go on my head? No. No.
So the first clip, more than anything, is going to define my point, which is that's my mom.
I'm your mom.
No, you're not my mom. So one, where's the education, right? Because I'll be real with you, Blue's Clues and the whatever, Susie and the Comfy Couch, or whatever the heck her name was. I knew who my mom was when it was over. It was teaching me the alphabet, my ones and twos, and that the lady cutting up hot dogs microwaved at noon is mom. So why did I bring up that clip, Ricky? More than anything is I don't think Miss Rachel is the brain rot. There's some education there. You know, she's radicalizing 1-year-olds into being free Palestine, which is totally weird. But, you know, hey, find a good cause where you got one. However, I'm not saying that's the brain rot. The bigger brain rot is let's opine on the new Toys R Us, or Toys R Us. You know, hey, I'm a Toys R Us kid forever. No, Toy Story has a new movie coming out. The 5th one, pretty sure, right?
Yep.
Okay. So every time they come out with a new one, it's been just long enough that we all kind of are in a total, like, of the kids that grew up when the first one came out in a movie theater, we all are kind of growing up with this series. So Andy, the kid that first had the toy, we all kind of are in the slot of Andy, oddly enough. And so as these toys go through their evolution, we're kind of experiencing it with them. But also they keep it fresh and new so the younger generation also can resonate with it personally. What I love is this next chapter. Listen, we trash on Disney adults like it's something else. And we're
fun.
not big in Disney movies. I will certainly go see this movie more than anything because the villain is an iPad. That's so perfect. And the leveling up of brilliance this series continues to do, right? They grow up and move out. And now that, you know, Woody is, the last one was like the coming of age story that we all were experiencing as we're leaving the nest. Now it's, we're raising the kids. And this is the message to you. You have the chance. We've already covered this on the show. That the future privilege that will dominate the future are the kids raised on the technology being buried by the kids raised off of technology. That's going to be the great divide because those kids, as we've learned in the past shows, that develop the soft skills, reading comprehension, free thought, brainstorming, creative, imaginative, improvising thought, that doesn't come from iPads telling you how to stall the moment. And Miss Rachel, she might work in that my baby was crying and my baby just shut the hell up. But what she isn't doing is teaching your kid those soft skills. And we got to recognize where the technology is at currently. The technology is so sophisticated with 20, 30 years of hamster experimenting intentionally and literally, and some just happenstance on children to know exactly what colors, sounds, textures, patterns keeps them glued, hacking their biochemistry. That isn't Blue's Clues and Steve with his book was just organically riveting. Bitch, we're putting clues together, and I want to see where this goes.
No, they had, here's the meal that never failed that makes you want to wag your come on, they had catchy songs too, dog.
Well, but again, there's a difference between just organically making a tune, like that was written by a jingle guy. Remember, like 2.5 Men? Charlie was making bank just ripping jingles off his piano.
House at Malibu.
Boom. A house on Malibu off of just ripping kid jingles off his piano. That's a totally different age than the Jay-Z's that have an AI computer calculate the perfect hypnotization. And that's where I think this takes the extra step. We are now in a technological realm that is hypnotizing versus, listen, we may not have liked it, but Schneider, I can't remember his name now, Schneider from Nickelodeon, all he did, ketchup on toes. That was just organic humor.
That's just some good old fun.
Good old fun. Little did we know we were scratching a kink for a creepy old guy, but to us, it was just ketchup on toes.
Just some fun LOL.
It was crazy. iCarly made me laugh. It got him off. But to me, it was just like, this is good, right, Al? I'm looking at my sister. Good shit, right, Al? I mean, ketchup on toes. Ketchup on toes. And then here comes the potato. Oh, my God. The Rizzler. What'd they call him? Gibby? Gibby was our Rizzler. And he just came out with a potato. And we were like, this is good shit. This is good shit. Gibby's got
There was a lot of toes on Nickelodeon. There was a lot of toes.
Not by mistake.
Why.
Not by mistake.
It's weird enough when it's in a Tarantino movie.
But Tarantino come out as an adult and be like, I like feet.
I was on set a couple times.
You see
Dog
those
knew what he was
toes
doing.
and you're like, he's got a thing.
He's
You
got
see
a
it on Nickelodeon.
Well, but there's a producer like, yeah, it's kind of weird. He's got a thing. Also, isn't ketchup on toes funny? Isn't that just comedy? I don't know, Steve. I don't know. And then they just let air it. Let's see if the kids laugh. Kids ate it up. Dr. Seuss, on the other hand, somebody should take a look at Dr. Seuss's taxidermies. He made all those animals in real life. If you don't believe me, search Dr. Seuss taxidermy and be like, I don't know why I watched this show. There's a crazy side to Dr. Seuss you just didn't know. All right, last thing I have, though, about this generation, because the sad part is we're left handing the keys over to them, like I kind of flirted with at the intro. The boomers are upset when I say that Gen Z and Gen Alpha are going to have a great opportunity when they can have an older generation that has compassion but is also workable and like-minded in seeing the change that they want to see. But the sad part is, even though they'll have a workable older generation to seize those opportunities, listen, comment section, I'm in no way coming short to the fact that that also means these folks, yes, the boomer generation has made it harder. But that simply doesn't mean the Gen Z generation or Gen Alpha will rise to the occasion, because we're also dealing with this.
He thinks that I like another guy. No.
Hold on, let's start that over.
He thinks that I like another guy. No, it's true.
Third grade T.
No, the reason is today.
Pause. Legitimately, while this plays out, Ricky, Will, think about what you came home with as tea to mom and dad. What was the tea? What was getting you worked up? What was the pressure of a third grader back when you were in her shoes?
No, the reason is today he got back from his skate field trip, and I came and
They're
Oh.
trying to like sabotage.
yeah, they're trying to sabotage me over my boyfriend, so I can start liking.
Oh man.
Oh my gosh, I'm so freaking.
Girl.
This is a parental thing right here. Why is your kid
Yes.
thinking about
I'm with
boyfriend?
you.
Like,
But again, this is the same parent that is replacing parenting with an iPad. I'm sure, I'm sure
she
deep
say
down
the
my
G
dad
word?
did love giving me a backhand here and there. But also, on its surface, you're supposed to believe dad didn't love it. He did it because he had to. But that shit worked. Me and my
Stoicism.
sister were the best behaved in the restaurant, and it's because he did the hard work, the dirty work. Just a couple of those, and then I sat cross-legged and silent.
but did
I
she
mean, the
say?
biggest thing- No, go ahead. Rick.
I was
Go
asking,
ahead.
did she say he coming from G trip?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that came
okay.
from mom and dad too.
She's spatting out here, dog.
That was the only thing she had that was
Really?
accurate.
You know
What
what?
was that?
I like that part because it's bringing back the edgy back in society. You
That's
know
it.
what I mean? You know?
That's it. The third graders ain't so woke.
And we over
Will,
here.
What were you gonna say, dude? The only tea I had coming home from third grade was some kid threw a battery out the bus and it broke a bus in a car window.
Woof. Woof. Yeah. And that was third graders being third graders.
Okay? I know he likes you. I know your boyfriend and girlfriend. Don't
A guy that I like another boy, and it was my boyfriend, and a kid that I know, and he's my friend, Kinsey. Really? Are we doing this right now?
Yeah, because this is unbelievable.
Not for social media.
I don't know what you're talking
It ain't
about.
even cute, kid.
We saw that happening as we were growing up, but like I felt that way as it was happening, and I feel it more and more as it continues to grow. But why are we getting kids in relationships at a younger and younger age? Third grade, Ricky. How absurd.
Because kids were licking
It's
toes on
six-
Nickelodeon.
It's sixth grade girls in my class had to sneak around to have a boyfriend, bro. Like,
Yeah.
it's like you're raising. I'm sorry to say, but like, you're kind of raising one of those. Oh, I don't want to put that label on it, but you shouldn't be thinking about.
Yeah, you're
Except for
opening the
Valentine's
door
Day.
to your child's sexuality way too soon, which means the rest of the waterfall only follows.
Or just the emotional roller coaster of just trying to get to know someone at that young age. Worry about your fucking dolls or your dollhouse, little.
Exactly.
Dude, what? That's
So again, technology is frying these kids' brain. The fact that kids will resonate with Miss Rachel more than their own parent, and then we're treating them like they're sexually active adults in third grade, and then I'm supposed to look to this generation to be our future. Like, hey, they're going to carry us to the finish line. They got this all figured out. Little bit of hubris is I really do think the hero generation is with the millennials or we're cooked.
I hope they don't get burned out early, bro.
Dude, they're already burned out. It's third grade.
It's what I'm saying, like that is.
Everybody's
By
dead
21
language. Don't you wish they were learning cursive so much more than tong tong tong? So good.
Like anything but in school gossiping about your man coming from a G trip and with his G friends and they hating on you. Like this is literally like middle school, high school gossip. Like,
but again, these are kids that not only are we making them blossom in their love life way too soon, but these are the same kids that the parents dragged them into their COVID politics. There's kids that like only know the mask. Then there's kids that like the idiots in the mask. There's kids that will only know absolutely hating Trump. Then there's kids that'll only know Ben Shapiro's MAGA as the way and the only way.
too much bars are being raised.
Exactly.
And not enough centered.
Let me get cherry on top, Ricky. What's the thoughts with our future brain rot generation we got to rely on?
I just hope more parents don't do what that parent is doing, especially with their young daughters sitting there gossiping about boyfriend and girlfriends. at that young of an age. I hope that changed. I hope that don't be happening because bro, your daughter's gonna be pregnant by 13. I'm sorry to say, stop the shit, bro.
3rd grade, 4th grade, man. And
got 1 year.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what comes, that's the next step. But first comes marriage, then comes baby in the baby carriage. The last thing I want to piggyback off of Ricky, the only thing that I would add is, in addition, don't be that parent that, is feeding these types of behaviors and getting in on the whole. I mean, my sister had a parent on her travel soccer team that was obsessed with her grade school kids having boyfriends and being active. And it's like, stop. There's no rush. But in addition to that, we also need to double down on the key is separating your child from technology, making them learn how to deal with boredom, stop replacing parenting with iPads, and more importantly, with Miss Rachel. Do not create a home where Miss Rachel has more of a personal impact on your child than you. Will, do you have any wrapping thoughts on that?
Dude, we're cooked. Kids are cooked.
We're cooked.
This is like the Pandora's box. You're not closing it.
And they keep beating me in Fortnite, so it's only getting worse. Let's get to our final topic of the day. This one's a fun one. Got to get in a lucky spirit, eh? We got to enjoy some St. Patty's Day fun. And this game I call Lucky or Unlucky. So Ricky and Will are going to be competing against each other. And it's going to be up to them to guess if the scenario we're about to watch is about to be lucky or unlucky. Or the person in the video, we'll stick with, is the situation, is the experience, the moment, lucky or unlucky? So first, we're going to start here with number 1. Will, here's the image I got for you. What comes next? Do you think it's lucky or unlucky?
I think it's going to be lucky.
He's feeling lucky for his first one. All right, we're going to get to the clip here. Does this moment turn into a lucky one or an unlucky one? Perfectly
Called it.
Lucky.
Called it.
Thank
you. Thank you. Thank you.
Needle and thread. That's a point, Will. All right, Ricky, I'm going to show you a frame.
Good luck, Stinky.
You're up, Stinky. All right, here's the first frame. Are we looking at lucky or unlucky?
Unlucky, bro.
Ricky's feeling unlucky. All right, let's see. In this moment,
that's a lot of vehicles in one photo.
The answer is unlucky, but he gets up. We got a man moving.
Lucky.
Yeah, lucky is surviving, but that's an unlucky moment.
Dude, that car, that Mitsubishi. Oh my God.
Yeah, they had a front row seat to the show. All right, coming back to Will. We're tied up 1-1. All right, Will, here's going to be the first frame. Are we looking at lucky or unlucky?
This is unlucky. This guy he's asking for it. He's asking for something.
Oh, I lost it. Hold on. Let me just for the sake of entertainment. So you're saying unlucky?
Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's unlucky.
Unlucky. All right, let's see what happens.
It says wait for it, so I'm right.
Keep waiting. I don't know. You could wait for some good luck.
Not with the ball. Come on.
Unlucky.
Wrong ball, bro.
Yeah, Will, that was an unlucky moment, unfortunately. All right, Ricky, you're up. It's going to be up to you. Can you determine, is this about to be lucky or unlucky?
That's lucky, dog. That's a dad protecting his son right there. That's lucky right there.
We're feeling lucky, huh?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Lucky or unlucky? Answer is unlucky.
Look at that kid.
Father and son. Love that moment.
Love that moment.
He's
You know, the dad was like, you got to watch where you're walking, man. You got to watch what you're doing.
This is called a life lesson.
Man up, son.
Man up. All right. Will's pulled away with the lead. We've got 2-1. All right, Will, coming to you. Is this moment about to be lucky or unlucky?
I feel like you're throwing me a curveball here. I'm going unlucky. I'm going unlucky. Everything in this photo looks like it should go exactly right. It should go exactly how you think it should go. But something isn't going to go right.
Hey, let's find out. Lucky or unlucky? Perfectly lucky. Bro puts his phone in his pocket right
That was it. Oh my God. I wanted to see him jump off.
Yeah, me too. Nope. If you see, like, the picture is frozen with the phone halfway through. I thought you may or may not pick up on that. It's phone falls through. Perfectly lucky.
I thought it was unlucky. He's about to jump and the phone go. Whoop.
But dude, talk about your phone would have gone forever.
Yeah.
And you ain't finding it in that Amazon. All right, Ricky, this is your chance to tie it back up with Will. You got to score a point here. So we're going to go to the frame one. You got to tell me, is this lucky? Is this moment lucky or unlucky?
I'm talking about this patient right here on the right running across. I think he's going to get lucky. He's going to jump on that hood or something, slide like Vin Diesel, you know?
Something slide. You're feeling lucky?
Oh, yeah.
Let's see.
Universe. Somebody had to scrape this guy off.
Yep.
Oh, smooth criminal.
Perfect. He's a smooth criminal. There you go, Ricky, tying it up. 2-2.
Hey, I ran in the bus like that as a kid. Right in the side. End up in an emergency room.
I don't doubt it. I could see Ricky being a couple minutes late. He's got to rush. All right. Going to Will. Here's the first frame. Lucky or unlucky?
Just unlucky. I don't know. If someone showed me that right before something, be like, hey, good luck, I'd be like, thanks. Thanks.
So you're going with unlucky. Let's see how it plays out.
To see the unluckiest Impala in the world.
I think I just won.
Well, here.
We're about to see the
wait, hold on. Mute this beat. Very lucky. Gets rid of out of the alligator. Survives the alligator. Super lucky. Not lucky.
Dude. Darwinism was like, not your day. Sorry.
Yeah, not your day. Life, you almost pulled a fast one. Not today. I got it. Whew. Dun.
You know those
we'll be right back.
Evil villains? It's like, if you don't get them, you got to get them.
All right, Ricky, Will's keeping it competitive. So we're coming to you. Can you guess lucky or unlucky?
Unlucky. Wait, hold on. I think I've seen this before. Lucky.
Oh, he's cheating. He's cheating.
The chat just told him.
No, I swear, no one is over here. I'm the only one today. There's a thing, a metal thing.
He's got sunglasses on.
There's a round metal thing. It's about to swing into the door.
Poker face,
I seen this before. He's lucky. He got lucky as fuck as he closed the door. I seen this.
Ricky did just. Will, buddy.
He's cheating, dude. He's cheating.
Just escaped the most gruesome death. Insane footage captured today in Oregon shows a massive 4-foot concrete cutting blade fly loose from a nearby construction site.
Yeah, and literally, he closes the door. Right when he closes the door, Giant blade.
All right, in Ricky's defense, I'm glad he was lucky because wow.
Yeah.
That's
An
definitely a
episode of
thousand way to
Saw would have
die.
been terrible.
That's Final Destination if I've ever seen it.
Yeah, now you got to be looking over your shoulder for.
Yeah, good luck in the shower tonight, man.
Blade would have struck around hip height.
Oh, no big deal.
Yeah, I'm glad the news was there to show us.
Well, Ricky's keeping it competitive. It's 3-3. Will, I'm looking at you. Off of this first frame, is this person about to be lucky or unlucky?
It's golf, dude. This is so unlucky.
Unlucky as
I don't know, dude. But also in golf, sometimes
that
you find
bird is about to eat it like that Randy Johnson fastball.
lucky or unlucky.
Eat it. Oh, son of a bitch. Oh my god. Only thing that ball saw was only thing that other ball saw was a FedEx truck, man.
Ricky hit a FedEx truck. Yes, Will. Unlucky is the answer. All right, Ricky, I'm going to show you the first frame. You tell me, lucky or unlucky?
Sports?
That is sport.
Pickleball? What's this? Racquetball? Pickleball?
I can't tell.
Racquetball, pickleball, one
I
of
think
the
it's
two.
a pickleball.
So he probably knock it outside of the stadium. Guy get lucky, go out the door and knock it back in. Lucky.
All right.
Feeling lucky. Feeling lucky.
Oh my god.
Dude comes out of nowhere. Didn't even know.
Oh shit.
Dude, you know that's like a 9 a.m. Saturday league too. It's
Bro,
a
just
9 a.m.er.
right in. Hey, who needs coffee? Wake up.
And
It's
I
the
would be
voice
the
of
one
the
like,
world.
bro, stay on your side.
Yo.
You're like, you good, but like stay on your side, bro.
Yo. All right. Well, Ricky, unfortunately, you let Will come ahead with a little. He's got 1 point. So we're looking at 4-3, 2 more rounds. Will, is this lucky or unlucky?
Lucky. There looks like enough distance in between them to not screw this up. Ricky and I would not screw that up if he was on one bike and I was on another bike. We would figure it out. Unless there's a third bike. There was a third bike. There was a third bike.
And it was very lucky.
As I kept talking, you played it. I was like, and I got lucky.
Yeah. Didn't even know there was another guy coming. All right, Ricky, you got to score a point here just to keep it competitive. All right, here we go. Can you tell me, is this going to be lucky or unlucky?
Third world country.
Jesus Christ.
Like pole might look like hurricane season, something might fall down. It's
That could
lucky.
be like in
Someone
Missouri,
gonna blow across and he just get lucky and then miss him again. This is another close miss. Let's see what we got.
Another close miss, so we're going with lucky?
Yeah, man.
All right, let's see. Is it lucky? Right where he was standing? Boom.
Dude.
Lucky.
Goddamn.
Yeah. All right. Well, Ricky keeps it competitive. Tosses it to Will.
I like how immediate Ricky, third world country. Got it.
I've never seen a school bus like that, bro. That look like some streets in Jamaica, bro. What are you talking about?
Those look like the ones Foster went to school in.
Thanks.
It looks like streets in Jamaica. I'm just saying, we're a third world country.
Also, the streets of Cleveland, unfortunately. Not
God
very
damn.
different. All right. Coming to Will, this is your opportunity to shut it down and close the game out. You tell me the last one here. Is it lucky or unlucky? Oh, let me I think I've learned this is the best way to do it. Yes. All right. Lucky or unlucky?
Unlucky. There's no way people put footage like this on the internet unless it's not unlucky. Unless it's the most luckiest they somehow miraculously didn't die.
And it's
All
so
right.
open.
Let's see. Lucky or unlucky?
If I watch this man die, I'll feel bad.
We all should.
That's a nice GMC Acadia. My parents have one.
I hope it stays nice.
This is way too suspenseful.
Start that bad boy up.
Yeah, why not? Why not?
Smooth start.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck. He's unlucky. You just
Dude, if you just put a video on here where a guy backs out of his house.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Unbelievable.
Lucky. Very lucky.
I dead ass thought it was just going to be a video of a guy backing out of his house.
Yeah, me too. That was like, oh, Alex got us good.
You want to know why?
I did too. I was like,
you want to know why he's lucky? Because he woke up today.
But how long has that tree been crackling, bro? Tree don't just fall.
Hey, Ricky, this is your chance to tie it up. If you get a point here, we're tied. So I'm gonna flip it to you. Lucky or unlucky?
Me, coach. All right. What is that? A hairstyle? No, that's trees behind him. Okay. Because I would judge his character. But that fuck. These white open ones that there's nothing around can go either way.
Yeah, you don't see nothing. There's no context clues other than immediate death on the outside.
Exactly. That's you know what?
Just imminent death waiting that we don't know that's going to happen.
By the luck of the leprechaun, we're going to go with lucky.
He's going lucky. All right, let's see if our old chap here, our nice Amazon driver, has a lucky moment or an unlucky one.
He tell you he was a worker now. I would have been like, Amazon workers don't have no luck.
Wait, let me hear him.
Damn, young boy,
I
you
love
all right?
this.
You been drinking on the job, yo?
Yeah.
God damn.
I got your box. Unlucky. Boom.
Damn, young boy, you all right?
How is he running? It's like 30 minutes or less pizza. What are you doing, dude?
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, if I knew he was an Amazon worker, I'd have went unlucky, you know? Because
of course they're the butt of the joke, those poor chaps. Yeah, I just love the
young boy, you all right?
Young boy, you all right?
You been drinking on the job, yo?
You been drinking on the job, yo? Got your box.
Oh shit! Good win.
Unfortunately, with that one, Ricky, Will takes the dub as our lucky winner of the evening. Cheers, Will.
Somewhere Doug's complaining he got screwed.
Exactly. Well, good round, good round. Hey, Ricky, you know what time it is. Tell the folks where they can find you.
Just Another Day TV. We live on Thursday and Saturdays for fight nights and for the Stoner and the Scholar Show, where you get high takes, legal facts, and real world dilemmas. Check us out Thursday at 9:00.
Cheers. Cheers. Yeah, don't miss it. We're there. Last week, Ricky and I had the most fun. So if you're looking where that's at, it's on Just Another Day TV on Ricky's channel. You got to head over. We had a blast last weekend. Without further ado, though, we appreciate you guys joining us. If we made you laugh, if we made you think, the best thing you can do to support what we're doing here is like this episode. Be sure to hit the subscription and notification bell because we're here each week, 8 p.m. Eastern time, Tuesdays. So if you don't want to miss us, be sure to join the party, hit that notification bell. But we've got all kinds of shows, from our Sunday reaction show, get a little break from the political and social chaos, to just our podcast, rethink solutions, and everything else. So if you're looking for one central place where you can find it all, it's at our website at www.rethinktankpodcast.com. Will, click over to the wheel real quick. we're cutting it short today because we're going super long. But next week we'll make sure to have the wheel of topics so you can bring it back. So the purpose of cut us back. There you go. Thank you. So the purpose of the wheel of topics is to get you involved. If you want to add a little element to the show, give us some topic ideas, some video submissions. You could do that by joining the Neuro Gym for free. So head on over to our website. It's a free social media alternative where you can correspond with the community and with us directly. So be sure to head on over there so you can have a more direct impact on the show. We appreciate Brad Richardson and everybody else in the comments that added an extra element to today's show. The whole purpose of the live show is to get you involved. So comment, like, share. If you like this thing, then someone else will too. Appreciate you, and we'll catch you next week.